Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This is Ozark Living. Today's video and topic, we're talking everything you need to know about relocating to the Ozarks. Let's check it out. All right, hey guys, my name is Scott, and if this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome, thank you, and while you're here, do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, along with that notification bell, because every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm dropping a new video telling you everything you need to know about moving to or living in Lake of the Ozarks. We're also a group of licensed lenders and agents, so as much as I love making these videos, I would love more to help you with your lending or real estate needs, so that number popping up below, I am the guy that'll answer the phone calls, the text messages, and the emails. If there's a question, a scenario, or just something I can do, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. In the meantime, we've been talking to a lot of people who are relocating to the Ozarks, and so we wanted to put together a video and just kind of talk about some things to think about or consider. You might know, you might not know, but just some things when it comes to relocating. And so, hey, first things first, let's pull up a map of the country. When you have the country pulled up, we're going to zoom in and find the state of Missouri. When you have Missouri, on one side you have Kansas City, on the other side you have St. Louis. So go to the middle, go down, and that's where you're gonna find the lake. And that's where you're gonna find the first topic that we wanted to talk about, which is because of the location of where we are in southern Missouri, weather is always a topic of conversation when folks are reaching out. And because of where we're located, a lot of times we're having conversations with folks that are in the northern states, or like Colorado and Wisconsin, Illinois. And so with those conversations, they're asking questions around the winter. And the difference is obviously we have more of a mild winter here in the Ozarks compared to those states, right? So they're gonna get a ton of snow, cold weather, super windy. Here it's gonna be more of a mild winter. And so that's something to consider or something to expect when you're relocating and moving here, is if you're in those northern states and you're used to a lot of shoveling in the driveways and below zero temperatures and, you know, just super cold, harsh winters, you're gonna have the opposite of that. It's gonna be cold, it's gonna be gloomy, you're gonna have some wind. There's on average maybe 8 inches of snowfall a year here in the Ozarks, but nothing like those northern states. And then the flip side is you're gonna have longer springs, longer falls, and a longer summer. And so obviously a big draw and an attraction for why people are moving down here. But one thing with those longer summers, understand that there is going to be a lot more humidity than maybe other places that you're used to. And so I've said it a bunch of times, right? I split my time between Colorado and the Ozarks. And when I'm in Colorado, it's very dry. It's not humid at all. And then obviously when I come down to the Ozarks, it's very humid. So food for thought, something to think about. Winters are more mild, the longer springs, longer falls, longer summers, but with summers comes a lot more humidity too. So when you're making your way down here, another topic of conversation comes around the roadways and how easy is it to get around the lake. And we've shown the map a whole bunch of times. There's only so many bridges that cross the waterway. So getting around and where you live and where you have to go is obviously a topic of conversation. And one part of understanding where we're going to purchase our home and live and maybe the amenities that we need, again, only so many bridges crossing the roads, but when you are on the roads, it's a very clear understanding that these roads are steep, they're curvy, hilly, gravel. They are challenging roadways. And so if you're not used to that and you're in more of a metropolitan kind of gridded out city infrastructure, it is going to be the complete opposite here. You are in a rural, mountainous area, trees everywhere, curvy, hilly, steep roads. Your driveway is probably going to be steep. And so think about that, consider that. Maybe worth a trip into town just to drive around and see if that's something that you're gonna like, because it's definitely different if you're not used to it. So outside the roadways and just traveling around, again, that's just conducive to, you know, the why behind we're traveling. And if you're living at one part of the lake and you have to travel to another one for work, job opportunities and work is always, again, a topic of conversation as well. And for those people that are relocating and looking for employment, you know, the Ozarks is growing and they're building, and there's more, you know, opportunity when it comes to jobs than where there once maybe was before. But a lot of the jobs around the hospitality business, maybe construction business, project management, stuff like that, there's not a big influx in like tech companies or those types of things either. So if you're thinking about relocating and you need to find employment here in the Ozarks, then you definitely want to reach out and try to get plugged in and jump on Indeed.coms or some other like job platforms to see what would be available and at what type of pay rate, you know, would that look like. And other people that we talk to, they work remotely, right? So you can just work from wherever, you plug in, you do your work, and you don't necessarily have to go to an office space. And if that's you, great. When doing that and needing to make sure that you have high-speed Wi-Fi and good cell signals is obviously going to be a big factor into where you purchase your home. There's internet providers all over the place. There's satellite-based companies. There's local hardwired companies. And if you're relocating and you need high-speed internet and cell data in order to do your job to afford to live here, then we want to make sure that we put you in the right section and we can help you with all of those answers. So once you've navigated coming down, you've navigated the roadways, you understand where you're living in relation to where you need to go, you have your high-speed Wi-Fi's and all those things dialed in. You also want to make sure that you are in close proximity possibly to schools. And if you're moving your family down here and you have kids somewhere between K and 12th grade, then we want to make sure that you're in a right location for the right school districts. And there's a few choices and options around the lake. There's some charter schools. Your two main big ones are going to be, you know, Osage Beach or Osage School District and Camdenton School District. And so both of those are on the east side of the lake. And if you look at Highway 54 running north and south, we'll pull up a map here and we'll show you where Osage schools are and then Camdenton schools. And so those are going to be the two main areas for your K through 12. And so in relocating, if you have kiddos that need to be in those school districts and you have to be close to them, or maybe you got to figure out what that bus route looks like, then you're for sure going to want to reach out and get connected, because we would hate for you to purchase into an area that makes it really hard for you to get your kiddos to school. So we have, you know, your job and location, we have the kiddos in school. Another big factor to think about why people are relocating is the cost and affordability. And we've mentioned it a bunch of times on these videos that the Ozarks is below the national average when it comes to cost of living. And that's everything from fuel and transportation and groceries and retail, and obviously affordability of home. And a lot of people we talk to, they're in big metropolitan areas of California's, Colorado's, you know, Wisconsin's, Illinois. And for what you get, for what you're spending, there's obviously a big difference. So a lot of those folks, right, they're looking for a different lifestyle. They're looking for a little bit more peace and quiet and maybe a little bit of a slower pace. They want to do that in an affordable area that is nature driven and outdoor lifestyle. And obviously the lake is everything that people are looking for as well. And so for what you can get and the lifestyle that you can live is a huge reasons why people are choosing to sell out of those big metropolitan areas and come down to the lake. And you know, whether that's a single family home that is owner occupied, a lot of people we talk to are looking for those second homes or vacation homes, which is a great option. And then clearly there's the investment opportunities when it comes to like condos around the lake too. So cost and affordability is a huge reasons why people are choosing to relocate. But you know, on top of that, again, it's the weather, it's the community of people that you're around, it's the outdoor lifestyle and the activities that you can do, and obviously there's the lake life that is a big draw and attraction as well. So when you're thinking about relocating, think about a few of those things, okay? So obviously what that looks like for you and your family. What's the weather going to look like? Hey, we might want to come down, take a trip, drive around here to make sure that you're comfortable with the curvy roads and the steep roads, gravel, steep driveways. That's something that if you're not used to, you're going to want to come down and check out. And you know, again, if you're coming down and relocating permanently, hey, what does job opportunities look like? What's around the lake that I could take advantage of? Or if I already have a job and I can work remotely, we for sure want to make sure that you're in an area of the lake that has the best Wi-Fi possible and best cell phone signals. Obviously, if not, you got to have the home in the right location to wherever job is going to be. Obviously, again, we've talked about those kiddos being in school. Look at the Osage School District, look at Camdenton School District, find properties in those areas so it's going to be easy to get your kiddos to school. While you're shopping around, again, it's the understanding that the affordability and the cost is below that national average. And so, you know, super conducive for people that are looking for a better lifestyle, lower cost of living kind of lifestyle. And, you know, as you're making that transition, there's things that we can do to help you out. If there's questions that we can help you answer, again, I say it all the time, we're licensed lenders and agents. These videos are great, but I love helping you with your lending or real estate needs. So one more time, guys, that number popping up below, I am the guy that answers the phone calls, the text messages, and the emails. emails. If you're thinking of relocating or you just want more information about what it looks like to live or travel or be around the Ozarks, please don't hesitate to reach out and let us know. And until then, we'll see you on the next video. Bye.